folks, and welcome back to Golden Lap. We have 3 races remaining in our 1970 season here. We're doing just fine, but we could definitely do better. We're currently in 5th place with drivers, both of our drivers should I say, in the top 10, which is incredible considering, again, we're supposed to be dead last in the heat. So we're going to go ahead and race this one. Looks like we have, what do we have? Threats. It's a dangerous track because it was built without safety. Why would it be? And then it's cold, which makes grip and tire wear both worse. All right. So let's go ahead, we'll get our cars sent out here, get our initial qualifying times in, and we don't care about that. Oh, I should note that you can use the number keys. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 control different speeds. So 1 is regular, 2 is 2 times, 3 is 4 times, and then 4 is 8 times speed. The game will automatically slow down whenever you have a car that enters the pits. So that makes that a little easier to deal with, and then we can just kind of figure out what we're doing from there. But we're going to get these cars out and hopefully get some golden tuning done very quickly and that we can do something with them. I kind of want to see what happens after we finish the season of racing. So right now we have cars in 11th and 10th, but the bigger question for me is where do we go after we're done all this? So we're going to have to play with that here relatively soon, but we have 3 races to figure out what our placement's actually going to be. And the nice thing is with speeding these up, we can go a lot quicker here and get everything done, hopefully, without too much concern. We do want to try to continue to move up our rankings here. So we're going to do our best to try to get those. I'm not sending, see how this one's like really close to being full? I don't want to send them out with like that because it's going to blow over past that and then I'm not going to get my points, which I want. There we go. We got our first golden tune. And we'll send those guys out, and hopefully we can get up into the top 10. That's my goal here, but who knows if we can get a top 10 finish or qualifying round. We're definitely slipping down the laps here pretty quickly. All right, we got a golden tune there. Cool. We'll send this one out as well. All right, and then we'll speed it back up, and we'll see how we do. There's not really a whole lot of strategy when it comes to qualifying from what I've seen. I know like real F1 there is strategy of like when you go out, how many tires you go through, who goes first and second, so you can kind of get some tow where you're getting less wind resistance by dragging a car with you or behind you. That doesn't seem to affect this game at all. So it's realistic and not realistic at the same time, which is fine. It's a good mix of a game. It's not perfect. It's not the greatest either. It's a really solid, fun little game to play here. So we're gonna keep going through and try to dial in our golden tunes as best as possible, and then once we have that figured out, we'll move on from there. But let's keep going and see, hopefully. Oh, we're so close. We're not going to get another one, are we? But that's okay. We're continuing to fall farther and farther back the rankings here, but we should, as we're by far the team that sends people out the most, so we should be able to at least make up some spots just because we sent our cars out a whole bunch. There we go. We got another golden tune, and we're sending out it's our number 2 car, but really it's our number 1 car. It's the faster of the 2 cars, but that's fine. And going through doing that, we should get one more go at it, and that's going to kind of be it for that. I don't think we'll have a chance to do 2 of them. But we continue to be the most efficient team on the... Oh, look at that, folks. All 3 golden tunes. Beautiful. All right, let's see if we can get this guy out there as well. There we go. We got 2 cars with golden tunes. Fantastic. All right, so let's go ahead and see what that does for us overall. We're on our outlaps. We got a top 10 car and a 12 car. All right, so Vitali, I'm just going to send you out again just because. And then Fisher, I'm going to send you out again, just because. Maybe you can go a little faster. Probably not, but maybe. Oh, we lost our top 10 status. It's coming back. They're still sending faster laps out there, which is good, but we are done with our version of qualifying. We're going to be 12 and 13, which isn't the worst, but we definitely have some work to do. This is the first one where we haven't had any crashes in a while as well, so that's good. Let's see. All right, so it looks like it's going to be a sunny day here. Now we got to figure out how we want to do this. And I've played the strategy pretty simple for most of it. I try to wait till later in the race to make my moves. I'm considering trying to do that earlier on. So I'm going to put hards onto Vitaly, and I'm going to let him drive like that. And then right around here or so, about halfway through the race, we'll switch over to another set of hards. With this one, we're going to go here, but we're going to kind of go balls to the wall here and just see if we can make some spots up early on, and then hopefully as the race continues, we'll make those spots back as we will have to pit more. But we're going to do a couple of laps here at high engine mode, and then we're going to bring that back so the stress doesn't cause us to crash anymore. Alright, now we're going to send our engine modes back. Uh-oh. We red flagged. So we already have our first accident. That's okay though, because look at us. We are in the top 10, or we were in the top 10. But now we can go in, see if we get hards and drive conservatively. That will last till the end of the race. I don't want to do that. I think mediums are where we're at, and just drive normal. And then we'll slap on another set of mediums. And then our 11 car here, I think we're just going to throw on some hards and hopefully go with that, and we'll see what happens. But we have to wait here for the full 8 minutes to go away as somebody crashed in the very first turn of the racetrack. So our red flag should be coming to an end here real soon. And we're going to change your engine mode back. That's going to go there. That will go there. And then we're going to throw these guys back. I just want to try to gain a little bit of space on some of those and see where we're at. Alright, so Vitaly's definitely in the slower of the setups right now because he has the hard tires. Though we do have a top 3 car with hards on, but we're doing okay. We're not in the points right now, but that's fine. We don't necessarily need to be. We can see the grip is coming up big time, which will help us out hopefully down the road here. And I probably should have put Vitaly honestly in softs, just to kind of give him a better chance to get on there. But look at the track rubbering in. Just so nice to be able to have that. We're going to come in and we're going to have to pit Fisher here in probably lap 31. So we're going to pit Fisher, throw on some hards, I guess. And he's going to take that to the end of the race. And then Vitaly's still doing just fine out there. No concerns at all with that. Looks like we are going to have a little bit of rain coming our way here. So we're just going to play with Fisher and try to get him up some spots if we can. And we'll see how that goes. I'm trying to wait for this last one to go on before we switch. Okay, so the rain's not going to be a big deal. But Vitaly, I wanted to kind of have him, give him the benefit of the doubt with that. Alright, let's see. If we switch this over to high engine mode, we still have gas left, so we're going to switch both of them over to high engine mode. And then we're going to have to pit Vitaly here, throw on some softs, and go to town. And that should be... Vitaly should be able to make up some space here. Even with the full-on, like, go balls to the wall, go all out, which I would like to see from both of our drivers to see if we can maybe get somebody in the top 10. Fisher's close. Oh, Fisher pulls out a 10th finish just at the last nick. Whew! Alright, so Doctor, they got hurt. That's okay. We're there. We did get a point. We have moved now back to 6th place, I believe. Oh no, we're still in 5th. Okay. So we're still there. Alright. We have all of that. Let's see what our offers are. Use every dry compound during a race, or don't use the same tire. No, we'll do that one. Alright, and then the next question is this. I've had a little bit more clarity on how this works. So you increase the reliability, but you also increase this base level performance. So you see how our chassis right now on this one is at 39% as far as reliability goes, and its base score is 2325. When I repair it, the base score goes up just by a little bit to 2329. So the car does get better by spending money on that stuff. So you can build new cars or new parts, or you can keep increasing their quality over time. All right, so we got a nice rainy one for qualifying. So let's go ahead and send out our stuff. We're going to send everybody out in inters. and hopefully get a lap in inners done before the heavy rain comes in and we have to put on wets. But if we can set hopefully a fast time here, we'll see what we can do. But the track appears to already be slowing down a bit, which is fine. I'm going to try to get one more run out of the inners and see what we can do. And see if anybody else is... Yeah, everybody else is starting to switch over to wets. Which is a good thing for us because they're not going to be most likely getting any faster. Oh no, they are getting faster. Okay, we're seeing lots of greens pop up on the board, a couple new purples. So everybody else is slowly but surely getting faster. So we need to send our guys out on the wets and hopefully they will be able to respond and get some higher stuff there. But let's move through these guys out of there. They're on their push lap. It's not looking good for us with this. The tires really have a very specific range that they are like best in, and when they fall outside that range, they drop off very quickly, and that's pretty accurate to real life F1. Whereas if your car is where your tires are not in the proper temperature window or style window or whatever, they drop off real fast. So we made a bad choice. Hopefully we'll be able to make up some spots here. But I'm not feeling super confident with our current setup here. Especially that we're not able to have another golden, like, who is this? Fisher is already set up with our golden tune for the chassis. So, I'm not feeling real good that Vitaly hasn't reached that goal yet. But we'll see what happens here. We're holding steady, and you see all whites are coming across the board now. Now we have our golden tune. Alright, we'll get all that out there. And yeah, oh, we got a yellow flag out there. Which is fine, because right now we're not fighting for positions. We're kind of stuck with our position. We're fighting to get more tune-up points. So the more we can run, the better chance we have of getting better tuning. But I don't think we're going to have another chance to score more points on that. So we're in our pitting phase, and qualifying is now complete. And we are way back in 15 and 18, which is not a good feeling. Not a fan of that. We have our last few cars making their rounds, doing their thing. And we'll see how we come out here. All right. Hopefully it's not raining. I say that as it's pouring. That's fine. We have 59 laps. We have all of our tire options available to us. What does the track look like? Oh, we're definitely going out in wets. And we're just going to keep it in wets. We'll put the engine mode on high just to start off with to see if we can make up some spots. And there we go. So Fisher's already made up 2 spots. Vitaly's up several spots. There we go. Fisher, good work, man. Up in the top 10, up in number 9. Alright, we're going to switch the engine mode back there. And, yeah, Vitaly and Fisher both doing good work. As soon as we remove that, they both fall back, but that's okay. We don't have to necessarily worry about that part of it right now. And the nice part is I think we're going to be able to... We can get these wets going for a little bit longer. We're going to switch these out probably around, I don't know, lap 23-ish or so. Oop, we got a yellow car. Yellow flag, my goodness. I still can't get over that. But you can see how that drastically will extend lots of our tire life and also our gas so that when we get back into this, and I wish I could switch this over right away. But it's at least going to allow us to jump up some spots and close some gaps and maybe be a little better off here. But we do have Fisher in the top 10. And we have enough for some more in there. We have some of our other guys coming in for pits. So we're not there yet. I don't want to pit quite yet. We got another yellow flag. Alright, and we're only 5 seconds behind number 9. And have all these people pitted? Yes, they have. Okay, so we're in a little bit of, we should have pitted during one of those yellow flags. My bad. That would have been smart, but I didn't do that. Alright, so we're coming into the end of our tire life, so Vitaly, you're going to pit first, you're going to get wet tires on again, and we're going to hope that they can make it a long time. And then Fisher, you're going to drive like crazy, you're going to get wet tire, or use the rest of that up. There we go. We're running 13 and 15. Okay, not terrible. And we're going to have to do one more pit before the end of this race. Looks like some people have already done 2 pits. So that should help us out because they're probably going to need a third one if they've already pitted like that. Which will give us a little bit more incentive to keep going here. Alright, so Fisher's already worked his way up in the top 10 again. High engine mode will leave us with gas in the tank still, so we'll put that over. This one, we're going to still have a lap and a half or so to go. Beautiful. And Fisher, we're going to make you drive a little tougher because I'm going to have you pit again. And we're just going to play this cat and mouse game of switching things on and off. I'm trying to be not entirely hands-on with everything, but I'm being a lot more aggressive with some of these things than what I have in the past. Okay. So let's see where our cars are at. So our number 10 car, which is Fisher, can absolutely pit right now. Oh, Vitaly's out. Okay, but that's fine because we can fit Fisher, get him in there. Hopefully get him out before the 11 car comes. Yes, that's perfect. That was a perfect pit stop. No overtaking. We're 19 seconds, 17 seconds, 14 seconds behind. We're closing the gap on Fabella, which is the car in front of us. And we're also opening up against Rosenvist. I don't know how to say that. The car that's behind us. So I'm hoping for a 10th place or a 9th place finish here. We have 4 laps to close that gap. It's down to just over 1 second. Now it's under a second, and we've moved up into 9th. There we go. Beautiful. And there's no way we're making 8th place. They're all 29 seconds in front of us, but we are on the last lap here. And we're going to come home with a 9th place finish. Which is good. Vitaly was not hurt, so we're okay with that. And you can see that there are 3 cars that DNF during that. So that's a high number of cars out of 20 cars on the grid. So we got that. Let's take a look. Okay. Yeah, we missed the dry compound. It doesn't help when it rains the whole time. Alright, one of the other team's drivers has healed. Let's take a look at the garage. And you definitely need some driving or steering work. Alright, now we're coming down to our last race of the season. So we are here, and let's take a look. It's going to be anti-clockwise, okay. And it's a dangerous track, awesome. And it's raining. Just so much fun for everything. So we're going to send them out on inters. I don't see any reason to go to softs right now. The rain's just too much on the track. And it looks like we're not the only ones who went out on inners. And it looks like we're probably going to have to go out on wets soon. But I'm hoping that we can get a couple of laps in just on inners. And we'll see what's going on with that. Alright, so inners. Inners. And then we're just going to try to send the cars out as much as possible. I think we got one more round of inners left in us, and then we're going to have to switch over to, yeah, you can see already we're starting to get some whites and not green areas. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to send it out with wets on and hopefully take advantage of that early wet spot that we missed out on last time, where the cars just really, they kept getting green markers every time they went out on that. Now we're not doing that right now. Looks like, oh no, look, Fisher did set up 2 green spots, so like the wets are working for us. There we go, we already got 1 golden tune. Whew. I thought I had overshot that one, so we're okay. Kind of shocked that we're the only ones out there on wets right now, but Vitaly and Fisher are both still setting greens in the wet tires, so I'm feeling a little better about that. And it looks like some other cars are now starting to appear with wets as well. So we'll get those in there. And we're just going to try to get these guys out and hopefully make up a little spot. We're so close to the one above us. Oh, we got some big changes out of these. Alright, so the wet tires are finally starting to fire up and be effective for us. So we'll send that one out. Fisher, I would really love you to come home with, like, starting in the top 10. That would be phenomenal. You're close, but we need to get some more work done there. You're about 3/10 away from Vibella. Oh, we're falling back. Alright, we might have one more chance to get another tune in. We're not going to get 3 golden tunes, but I'm hoping we can at least maybe get one. Or I should say one more. Alright, so... Yes, that's what we're looking for. And then Fisher's coming in. Okay. Fisher's car is definitely going to be slower. But our qualifying is complete. We are going to be the last cars on the track. We got our in-laps done, and we're on 13th and 14th. And we're still setting greens there. Those are personal bests. Whites mean nothing. Greens are personal bests for the different sectors. And then purples are the fastest for each sector. And we're still setting times there. And look at our cars are just right on each other, which is nice to see. What I should probably do is invest a lot of money into one of the cars and just let the other one be known that we're just not going to worry about it. But we're doing okay so far. I should really consider that aspect of this game, but I just haven't had the chance to look at it yet, or really take a look at how we should do this. So we're off to the races here. We can see that we're up into, we have both, or we had for a second there, both cars in the top 10. They continue to be in the top 10 or dancing around that area. And we're going to have to slow them down with their engine modes. We can't have it just stuck in high all the time. We're going to burn up too much fuel. And we'll deal with that. I like that the top 2 were dancing around there. Like, they are right on each other. They're the same team, so they shouldn't be fighting with each other. But they clearly are having some problems together. And as this track gets wetter and wetter, we're going to see accidents. There has to be a spot where we see some accidents. So we're just going to ride these things and hope for a yellow flag. We'll pit during that yellow flag. And then hopefully we'll be able to make up some spots with a good pit stop here. But our car's just not that fast compared to the ones above us. I can see the top 6, they're building significant gap to everybody else. And even us to 10th place, there's significant gap there. So we're just going to kind of hold on to it and see what we can do. But we're now 11, 12 seconds behind the next car behind us. Oh, there we go. That's what we were looking for. All right, so Fishers, you're going to come in first. Going to get a new sets of wets. And then Vitaly, you're going to come in right behind them and also get new sets of wets. And I have to do the offset there because I don't want the cars to stack and waste time being in the pits for too long. Oh, but that was a really good pit stop. Vitaly really benefited from that one. We can't worry about the parts right now. We just got to race and see what we're doing, and hopefully we'll be okay. So I'm going to tell Vitaly to go a little faster, build a little buffer. Although we don't really need to do that right now. I want to take down that buffer, but we still have a long ways to go. But you can see if I slow it down here, just that little push made a much bigger gap there between our 2 cars, which is fine. We're not going to get... I don't think there's a chance that we get anything above 10th here, but we'll see. We are going to have to pit again. It's weird that it's not raining, the sun is out, but the track is just... Uh-oh, okay. Alright, so let's take a look here and see. Oh, Vitaly crashed. Awesome. Alright, so Fisher, if I pit you and bring you in for those, you're good for the rest of the race. We're going to do that. Because I don't think... We have a nice gap to the next car in front of us. You can see it's coming around right now. So as long as he can get out of there, there we go. And then Fisher, you're going to churn and burn, and we're just going to try to see if we can just eke out some points here. We already have one set of points, and we're 23 seconds behind. That number is going to come down, but it's not going to come down significantly enough. Looks like we had another accident. We have our third car that did not finish, and 2 other cars popped up with punctures. So it's moving along here, but we're up into 9th place, which is good, and we're not far behind 8th. We're down to 7 seconds there. We are coming up. We got another car that's out. We have tons of fuel left over right now still. Let's see if we race hard, if we can get up into an 8th. Yeah, we just stole an 8th place finish. Beautiful. Now, that's what I want to see, is even if we're not having both cars finish, like Vitali has been crashed out a few times here, or Fisher, I think, last time, whatever it was, we still are scoring points for our team. So we got our 4 points out of that. And take a look there. We have 2 drivers in the top 10. Oh, this is the end. So our driver chance sprint goes to LeBron. He had 202 points with 4 race wins. Take a look at our team in general, had just 59 points. We came in 6th, which is a huge step up from where we were supposed to. We were supposed to be where Pope's at in 10th. But my goodness, that is a lot of points. That is just a lot of points. All right, so we have them that won the constructors. We have all of that. We got $60 to spend now. We got season income and our bonuses. So let's take a look here. See our racers, where we finished for the year. Excuse me. And now we have to pick all of our crew, I guess? Or is this the crew that's available for the year? All right, we'll continue through here. And then we have a new start to the season for 1971. Where we'll have to choose our drivers and all of that. That's something we'll approach next time, and I think after that next one, we're going to wrap this series up, unless you're enjoying it. But I just want to see what it looks like when we roll into a new season and what all that entails. Well, folks, thanks for joining me for another episode of Golden Lap. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.